Bluey has details that almost no one has ever noticed, and most of them we've never even shown here on the channel. Are you ready for brand new secrets from the Healer Pup series? Did you notice that in the episode Fruit Bat, Bingo is using an umbrella in the shower? Bluey and her sister don't want to take a bath, and the red healer decides to grab an umbrella with ladybug drawings so the water falls without getting them soaked. That was really funny. It's a detail that almost no one noticed, and you can expect it because we've got a lot more to show you. Did Bingo go to sleep stinky that night? Stay with us to find out. Are you ready? Because another amazing Cinewave is starting now. Did you know there's a pet chicken at Bluey's school? It appears in some episodes, but we can see it walking around the playground at the beginning of the story, The Adventure, when Bluey and Chloe know how to play princesses and fairies. This chicken seems fun, but we don't know its name or how the students behave around it. Will we ever get to play with the school's chicken someday? Do you remember Bingo's teacher? Miss Retriever doesn't appear as often in the series as Calypso, but we do know something about this character. Besides being a teacher, she's great at giving massages. We know this because in the episode Markets, Bingo's teacher is offering massage services at the neighborhood fair. If you look over there in the corner, you'll see that her booth is for that. In Bluey's world, even the objects are cool. In the episode Bike, we see that Bentley, one of Bingo's school friends, is trying to reach the height of a playground toy in the neighborhood park. But if you look at the toy behind her, it's a type of swing shaped like a bird. It could have been just a regular swing, but the show's production decided to make a more beautiful setting, and that's why the series is so special. In the episode Bob Bilby, there are two very important characters who appear in the background and aren't part of the story, but they're there. It's Uncle Stripe and Aunt Trixie, who are Muffin and Socks' parents. They appear in front of the toy store at the shopping center, probably buying something for Bluey's cousins. Do you remember the episode Sleepy Time, where Bingo dreams that she was born from inside the earth as if the planet were an egg? This happened because Chili was reading a story about a chick that was born and found its mother hen. Then Chili read a book about planets, which we can see on the covers of both books. In other words, Bingo's dream is a mix of the books Chili read to her that night. In the episode Markets, we see a dog selling a treat that, in many parts of the world, is called pancakes, but actually it's a dessert called pof. It's a type of pancake from the Netherlands, where we can even see the country's flag on the dessert stand. Looks tasty, want a bite? In the episode The Beach, we see Bluey being called a Little Mermaid, a reference to the Disney movie, and if you look at her board, you'll see that it's a dog version of King Triton, the father of the Little Mermaid. In the episode Fairies, we see that in the Healer family garage, there are two trophies. One on the lower shelf, which we've already shown in another video, that's a field hockey trophy. This trophy belongs to Chili since it's her favorite sport, but there's another one. On the higher shelf in the garage, there's a squash trophy. This trophy belongs to Bandit. We know this because it's a sport he plays a lot, as we see in the episode where he plays against Stripe. Want to win a trophy? We don't have one, but you're already a champion just for being here. Comment #Bluey so we can get to know you. On Bluey's official website, it says that Bentley has a twin sister named Zara, but almost no one has seen this little dog since she doesn't study with Bingo, or at least she has never appeared at the Red Healer's school. But in the episode Fairies, the two appear side by side playing in the street. Zara is Bentley's twin, but she has darker fur. Did you know this character? Still talking about the twin sisters, the two appear again, but this time next to Calypso in the episode The Adventure, which is strange since Bentley studies at Bingo's school, which is located in another part of the city. Could the twins be related to Calypso? That little bird that died in the episode Copycat had a friend. In a very quick scene, we can see another bird sitting on a power line, watching Bluey take the poor little animal to the vet. It's a shame that this bird was left all alone. If you watch the episode The Adventure, you'll notice that Bluey and Chloe play the same characters multiple times. But an interesting detail is that for the evil queen character, her magic wand is actually a stick with a sliced orange on top. In the episode Army, we see Rusty wearing a soldier's hat, and on that hat there's a pineapple pin. This detail is a tribute to the studio that makes the show, Ludo Studio, which has a pineapple as part of its logo. Still talking about the episode Army, at the moment when Jack Russell is meeting teacher Calypso for the first time, we see that Bluey and Chloe are once again playing princesses and fairies, just like in the episode The Adventure. We don't see the whole game, but we know what's going on between them. In the episode Army, Rusty and Jack stand very close to a strange looking tree because it looks thick. That tree is actually an Australian boab tree, a species very common in dry areas because it stores stores water. In other words, that tree is full of water inside its trunk. This type of tree also exists in Africa, but the one that appears in the episode is an Australian version. In the episode Double Babysitter, we see that in the scene where Chili and Bandit are heading out to leave the girls with Frisky and Uncle Radley, there's a very interesting detail. On top of the Healer house roof, there's a rugby ball, and that ball belongs to Lucky, who is the neighbor of the Healer family. Looks like he kicked it a little too high. In the episode Curry Quest, the Healer's neighbor, Mrs. Doreen, warns about a bird that is attacking people who get close to its nest. But an interesting detail that many people didn't notice is that there's actually a sign warning about this aggressive bird pecking at the heads of people who pass through the field between the Healer Street and Mackenzie's house. Was it the city that put that sign there?
Subscribing to the channel is just as good as watching your favorite animations. Shall we click?
Still in the same episode Curry Quest, we see that the bird attacked poor Winton, who runs away scared of getting hurt. But an interesting detail is the reason why Winton was attacked. It happened because the little dog was trying to retrieve a blue ball that he had thrown far away, which landed near the tree with the nest. He tries to get close, but runs away when the bird attacks. At the end of the day, when Bingo and Bandit are heading back home, the ball is still there. And months later, when Chili passes by the same field with her daughter, Winton's ball is still there, and it looks more deflated, as if the bird had popped the poor dog's toy. Poor Winton, he lost his toy.
In the Healer house, there's a painting in the playroom in the background of the scene. This painting shows a map of Australia, which is the country where the show takes place. And the most interesting part is that the highlighted corner shows the state of Queensland, where the city of Brisbane is located, the city where Bluey lives. That's pretty cool, right? A detail you see in every Bluey episode but don't notice is that the show's colors are designed in tones that dogs can actually see. The creator's idea is to make our little dogs feel happy while watching the show with us. So invite your dog to watch Bluey with you. In the episode Squash, when Bandit is playing against Stripe, we see a room where they compete. If you pay attention to the wall, you'll notice it's dirty, with several marks. Those are marks from the squash ball hitting the painted wall. In the Christmas episode, right at the beginning of the story, we see Muffin next to two unicorn toys, one white and one green. This toy is the one Muffin collects, inspired by My Little Pony, and that Bluey and Bingo go to buy in the episode Quiet Game. In the same Christmas episode scene, in the background of the room, there's a fan that is turned on. It's the type of fan that can move from side to side, like a head movement, but it's not moving. The problem is that right in front of the fan there's a plant, but the plant isn't moving, which is a strange mistake because if you place a fan in front of a plant, the leaves should move with the airflow. In the episode TV Shop, we see a moment when the Healer family car stops in front of a pharmacy. There are 4 cars in this scene, and in the 2 on the sides, there are drawings on the windows. The white car shows the Terriers and their mom, and on the orange car window, we see Winton with his dad, and there's a slightly faded drawing. It must be a drawing of the dog's mom. In that same scene, we see another detail on the ground. It's a parking space for disabled people, but if you look closely at the symbol, you'll see it's actually a dog using a wheelchair, and that makes perfect sense since the characters are dogs. One thing you can be sure of is that Cornelius, Winton's dad, is paying attention to his health because at the pharmacy, he's looking for a dietary supplement. On the shelf sign, you can see a dog in a pose showing muscles. Is Cornelius working out? In the episode The Weekend, we see Chili with an iPod strapped to her arm, and if you look closely, you can see a lightning bolt passing through a bone and turning into a rainbow. That's a dog version of the album Dark Side of the Moon by Pink Floyd, and that's pretty cool, right? Bluey truly has incredible details, and if you want to see a lot more about this show, stay with us. If you like this video, there are 2 more ready on the screen. Just click and keep watching with us. Thanks, and see you soon.